Welcome to the Intermediate and Advanced Google Applications for Education course. This is going to be for our first assignment. We're going to look at some attributes of Google Docs Suite, including sharing privileges, how to add comments, different formatting options, ways you can save your documents, how to edit offline, how to email your docs as attachments, and my new favorite, the web clipboard. We're also going to be looking in Google Docs, which is the Microsoft Word style application in the Google Docs suite. I'll show you how to use the Tools menu, including the Research function and the Spelling function and the Define function. Use the Format menu to change the appearance of the document and to adjust images. Use the Insert menu to add headers and footers, page numbers, and special characters. Create bookmarks in a table of contents, change the margins, orientation, and page color, how to choose add-ons for your doc, how to create bulleted and numbered lists, and a list with a prefix or a suffix, which is a really cool option, how to add additional fonts to your Google Docs, and how to save it as a Word document. So let's go ahead and get in here with sharing privileges. So in every Google Doc, whether it looks like this or it's a presentation like slides or a spreadsheet, Google Sheets, in the top right corner there should be a feature called Share. So right now I have this one set to anyone with the link, and there's a couple different options. I also have it shared with Dr. Coffin. The easiest way to do this is in the bottom right corner, hit Advanced. And right now anyone who has the link can view this. Or I can make it public on the web so people can search for it on the internet. This is anyone who has the specific link for this. This is just people at TMS can find it and access it, or people at TMS who have the link, or it's only shared with specific people. I can also adjust what people can do with this document. Now, I would always recommend you just have Can View for a document that you want a lot of people to look at. You can also give people commenting privileges or editing privileges, which I would not recommend for documents such as this one. You can also add specific people. So if I wanted my sister, Chris Anklin, I just start typing in her name, Chris, okay, and I can click on that. I can give her editing, commenting, or viewing privileges. I can choose to notify her via email that I've shared a document with her, and I can add a little message to this. So I can say something like, Chris, I'm sharing this with you as a demo for a class. Please disregard. Okay. And I can hit send. Okay. Now notice if I click that off and I say OK, it's going to say if you skip sending an email notification, people won't really know that you've shared it with them. So I'm going to say cancel. And boom. Okay, so now she has privileges. Okay, and if I decide later I don't want her to have privileges, I can just remove her like that. Okay, save changes, and now she no longer has privileges. So if you want people to be able to edit something for a certain amount of time and then take away those editing privileges, that's an option. Okay, adding comments. You can also add comments to Google Docs. So I'm just going to click on comments in the top right corner, and I'm going to say comment, and I just type in there and I click comment. Okay, now I can edit this, I can delete it, or I can, let's say there's a specific part that I want to highlight. I can highlight that, add a comment, boom. And now when people click on this comment, they see that it is related to that specific phrase or sentence or paragraph. Okay, and I can get through here and I can delete. Yep, okay. All right, and somebody else can respond to this. Okay, and do you notice how when I clicked resolve, reopen, okay, I can say, yes it is, reply. So this comment is now open, and once it's usually used for editing features, so maybe if somebody said, you know, check your spelling here, check your grammar here, and if you do that, then you can hit resolve and the comment goes away. It doesn't show up on the document, but if you go into comments, they're all still there. Okay, so that's adding comments. All right, formatting options. So not everybody likes to work with Google Docs. Some people prefer the bells and whistles that Microsoft Word and other documents have. So if I go to the File menu, I can tell it to download as a Microsoft Word document, an open document format, a rich text format, a PDF, just plain text, or a web page. Probably the two that you would be using the most would be Microsoft Word. Now keep in mind that if people download this as Microsoft Word and they begin to edit it, that will not reflect on the original document that you downloaded. It's now a completely separate document. You no longer have the collaborative features. But if you want to get into Microsoft Word and use more of the bells and whistles and then reload it to your Google Drive, that's an option. Another nice thing is a PDF document, because PDFs can be opened on pretty much any internet connected device, on a smartphone, on anything. Now it can't be edited. It's just a portable document file. It's basically like an image, but it is nice just for previewing specific documents. So those are two options that you would probably use the most if you want to download these as specific types of documents. Okay, next is editing offline, and to do that you have to change your Google settings. So I'm going to go back to my inbox, and those are all my promotions, all that garbage. Okay, if I go to my settings, which is the gear, and I go to settings, I think this is how I do it. You know what? It's not. This has more to do with my account here. Let me look here. You know, I figured this out last week. I do believe that TPS is set up by default to allow, maybe it's in the drive. Ha! There it is. Okay. All right. Ignore that last 45-second delay. Okay, right here. I knew it was a gear somewhere. So I go to settings, and I check settings, and okay, I can enable offline access on that computer, and that's all you have to do is enable offline access. And Abby has already done that on this computer with one of her accounts. Okay, so that's where it is. So you go to your Google Drive, because it is your Google Drive you want to make available offline. You go in here to settings, and it's offline. Now, that being said, I would highly recommend, if you are working on a laptop and you're going to go somewhere where you're not going to have internet access, I would open up all of the documents and your Google Drive and have those tabs open in your computer. before you turn it off or close it, so that those are open when you power your computer back on. I have not tried, to be honest with you, to start my computer up from scratch and then get into my Google Drive offline. I've only tried it where I had those documents open. It was my Chromebook. I closed the Chromebook cover. I opened it back up. They were still there, and I was told I was editing offline, and then the next time I had internet access, it uploaded all the changes. Okay, so that might be something that's nice for students who, if they can borrow a device but they don't have internet access, they just have to have it open when they leave school for the day. When they get home, they can work on it. When they walk back into the building, it uploads the changes that they made. Okay. Alright, here's one more thing, emailing a document as an attachment. So I'm actually going to use this document right here because I want to show you how emailing as attachments looks a little bit different depending on what format you choose. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to say Email as Attachment. And there's a couple ways you can do this. A PDF is portable document file. I'm going to send it to myself. I'm not going to put a message in there. I'm going to hit send. Okay, so now I'm going to close these other tabs here. I'm going to go to my email. Okay, and I just attached this document. And what it's going to look like is just right here, I've got this PDF. Okay, and I can open it with all those PDF things, or I can download it to my computer if I hit that download button. And then I can open it this way. My computer knows how to read it. Hopefully. Okay, so this is just reading it as an Adobe Acrobat file. So I cannot make any changes to it, but I could have opened this pretty much off of any device. Okay, let me go back to this. I'm going to go File. I'm going to Email as Attachment. I can send it to myself as Microsoft Word. Send. I'm going to go to my email. My phone is dinging because I'm sending myself these things. I'm going to delete these. Clean up my inbox just a hair. Now it's a Microsoft Word document. So I can click on it and I can say open with Google Docs. I can find other things to do, or I can download it, and I'm working on a Mac right now. Okay, and with Macs we don't have Microsoft Word, but we do have something called Pages, which is the Apple version of Microsoft Word. And it is, if you notice down here, Pages is jumping, just telling me it's opening up. It's going to take a moment because that application has not been opened in a while. It's converting it from a Google Doc to Microsoft Word to a Pages document. Alright, there we go. Alright, now if you notice, it looks a little bit different, and that's because there's some formatting issues. The difference between Pages and Word, they just work a little bit different. So my image is no longer in line with my text. Okay, so that looks a little bit different. I'm going to close this, delete. Okay. Let's do something else. So I showed you how to download it as Microsoft Word. Email it as Microsoft Word, email it as a PDF, those are probably really the only two you would be using. Or another option is to paste the item itself into the email. Now watch how different it looks. Notice that my table is right next to the image here. When I hit send, oh, gotta tell it who to go to. I hit send, came through. I'm going to close out of here. I'm going to check my email. So it's actually in the body of the email, but okay, it did not keep the exact same formatting. It moved the picture, the image, it's kind of like, use it kind of sort of like a piece of text, and so it's in line with the rest of the text there. So it, you know, obviously you see everything that was there, but not all of the formatting stayed the same. Okay. Alright, now we're coming up to my favorite part. This is called the web clipboard. I don't know if you've ever been copying and pasting stuff, but you have to copy one piece and then paste and then go to something else and copy and then paste, when it would be nice if you didn't have to necessarily go back and forth, if you could find the stuff you had already copied and pasted it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy this much. I'm going to go File. No, I'm not. That's a lie. Okay, I'm going to go to Web Clipboard. I'm going to copy that selection to the Web Clipboard. I'm going to do this part now. Oh, drag the mouse incorrectly. I'm going to go File, Edit, sorry, Web Clipboard, copy that selection to the Web Clipboard. So it's basically just making a really nice little I don't know how to describe it. Edit, Web Clipboard, a list of options you can use. So now I'm going to go File, New. I'm going to make a new document. And this just made my day. So now I go to Edit and I go to Web Clipboard, and I have all these things that I had previously been able to do. And I can paste it as rich text, I can paste it as HTML, I have a drawing here I can paste. So I'm just going to paste it. Okay, and so this was what I copied earlier. But I also wanted, let's see here. Oh, see, it took a little while for those. Gives you preview down below, paste as the text. Okay. What else do I want? I want Web Clipboard. This is something from several days ago. I think it keeps things on there for 14 days, which is awesome. So this was an image that I had created, okay, for our Professional Learning Academy. So the Web Clipboard, I thought that was really, really cool. It gives you, you know, tons of different ways to copy and paste stuff. So you don't have to keep going back and forth between documents. You copy it once to your Web Clipboard, and then you can use it for up to 14 days. And if you feel like there's too much stuff in your Web Clipboard, you can just clear the items. It's pretty easy.